My values that I based my life on were not congruent with the person that I wanted to be. I want to talk about my hair. So first I want to say this now. I talk about my hair to people and refer to my hair as dreadlocks, but I don't have, in my mind, any intention that goes along with dreadlock culture and the history and the religious connotations. They happened in a different way than is stereotypical of dreadlocks specifically. So when I talk about my hair, I generally say when I let my hair go. End of 2014, I had big plans to go to Thailand, and then I had a job set up when I came back. So I was going to go there for a few months and live and travel and go to like fruit festival while I was there. And those plans, including the job I had set up when I came back, fell through on me. So I wasn't able to go to Thailand at that time, and I did not have the job that I thought I did. So I went through some alterations in my life plan at that time and went through kind of a mini depression. It made me rethink where I was going and where I put my values. My values that I based my life on were not congruent with the person that I wanted to be. So I decided in February of 2015 to go on a trip across the country. It was a big step for me and something I had never done before. So I went on this trip. I went with a friend. Growing up, I struggled with loving myself and body issues and eating disorder, a lot of self-image anxiety. And one of the things that I didn't ever have anxiety about was my hair. I had very straight, I'll put in some pictures, I had straight, shiny, glossy, long hair. It was beautiful, considered beautiful by society. I was very insecure about other things. I was really insecure about my body, and for a long time in my earlier 20s and in my teens, I felt that my hair was the only beautiful thing about me. And I clung to that, and I hid behind it a lot. Whenever I felt insecure, I would take my hair down, I would wear it down a lot, and I would play with it. At this point on this trip and through this period of depression, I realized that I didn't want to base my value on looking good, looking a certain way, and that I didn't want to continue to believe that beauty was primarily external. Basically I decided I was going to get rid of the only and last thing that I felt was beautiful about myself in order to start from scratch and, in my eyes at least, become totally undesirable and unbeautiful and ugly in order to find my inner beauty and project that into the world. And so that's what I did on this trip. It took me 2 weeks. Took us 2 weeks, and on that trip I just didn't brush my hair. I had very long hair. It was about the middle of my back, and I didn't brush it. I was sleeping on the ground. We were camping out every night, and there was lots of wind. I was in the southwest, and it started to mat up and get really tangly. And I'll put some pictures in after about 2 weeks of just letting my hair go. And it was very texturized. It had already naturally started to section. So after 2 weeks, after I went to this workshop, I decided that I was committing to this fully. And this is what I wanted to do. This is the journey that I was taking. And so I took the sections and I teased each section as they were naturally sectioning out. And that's it. And for about like 6 months to a year, I would, whenever I was kind of bored, I would, spin them and play with them. But I've had them for 2 years now, and I don't do anything to my hair, to letting it go process. And they're not perfect, as you can see. There's all sorts of waves and wiggles and weird knots in them, and I like that. I feel like it's kind of a beautiful metaphor for my journey as I've let my hair go, that it's messy and it's imperfect and it's ugly to some people and sometimes even to me. But it's also settled over, so the first year it was really wild, really kind of raw looking. And that reflected in my journey at the time, that I was very raw, and I'd broken myself down basically to a place of incredible vulnerability because I wanted to feel everything in my life, and I wanted to experience it, and I wanted to build myself up from the inside. And now they're more settled and they're a little softer, and that reflects where I am now. I feel much more centered and settled in myself, and I feel like I'm continuing to go down this path. My beauty is internal and it exudes outward. I love my hair, and I love my body, and I love myself, and I know that my energy inside that comes out from this body is beautiful, and that's the most beautiful thing about me, and the most beautiful thing about everybody else. This letting go has really allowed me to have more compassion. It's allowed me to not make judgments or have prejudices, but move past those more easily and say, I wonder why they have a shaved head. And wow, they're really glowing from the inside. I notice things like that more than I used to. And I tend to move past categories I have for people as well. And myself. I am less likely anymore to put myself in boxes and decide that this is who I am and this is who I'm going to be and this is my box. I still do that sometimes, but not nearly as much as I used to. I'm going to end this video now. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you next time.